Yo, welcome everybody to another episode of the Score Show. My name is Michael. I'm with my co-host Mar. Say what's up.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
And in today's episode, we're going to be giving our NBA award predictions, recapping the NBA season opener games, we're previewing Thursday night football, and giving our Week 7 NFL pick'ems. Okay, so to start off, I got to be honest, bro. If I have to watch one more Thursday night football game with no touchdowns, I'm suing the NFL, bro. And I'm suing Amazon Prime because they gave us the absolute worst games to start the season. Uh, except the Chiefs and Chargers. That was a good
Yeah, that
game
was week one
versus
though. They
New
had
England.
no choice but to find
Yeah,
a
they
good
had
match.
they had
Yeah,
uh, to put the Chiefs and Chargers on there because Chiefs Chargers prime time. I'm kind of upset that. Oh wait, no, I'm tweaking. I thought the Chiefs and Chargers played twice already. They haven't, but
they play soon. I'm pretty sure
have
though.
they? Hold on. Let me
Dang.
see something.
Yeah, yeah,
Am I,
yeah. Darren
am I
James tackle.
tweaking?
Didn't Darren
Huh?
James do like a crazy tackle on Kelsey in the second game?
Yeah, no, that was the first one. That was the first one.
That was the first one. Dang, that
Chiefs.
was week
Yeah.
one. Huh? No way, that was week one.
No, it wasn't week one. It was like week two. Okay, I was tweaking. That was September 15th. The next time they play is November 20th. That's still a little too early for Chiefs Chargers because I feel like they can. That game should be last week.
Yeah,
Come down to the wire because I feel like that division can still come down to the wire. A couple weeks ago, I remember you asked in the group chat about our NBA award predictions, and if I can pull mine up real quick because I really don't remember which one
you,
I
you
had.
had a lot of Giannis. I know that,
Yeah, mine was Giannis crazy.
and it didn't even
I'm
look.
a
It didn't
Giannis
even look
fan.
that bad. To be real.
The reason why I went so heavy on Giannis is because I'm like one of the biggest Giannis fans you may ever meet in your life. I've been a fan of him since he first got drafted, and a lot of people don't believe me, but it's the truth. But so my NBA award predictions for the MVP. Hold on. I know my MVP. Yeah, my MVP was Giannis. My Defensive Player of the Year was Giannis. My Rookie of the Year was Paolo Banchero.
Why not Giannis?
My Because he can't. Oh, come on, bro. Shut up. My six man of the year is like nobody really thinks this but me. It's Bones Highland. Uh,
It's not a
shout
bad
out to
pick.
the shout out to Kenny, King of the Fourth Quarter, and his podcast Through the Wire
Through the
because they really put me on the Bones Highland. I
wire.
really didn't know who he was at first,
So they
and
be kicking
then
it
I
back.
was like, they just Bones Highland was a name that came up constantly on that podcast, and I was like, Bones Highland, and I went, and I watched some Bones Highland highlights, and the boy's going crazy. So he's my sixth man because Jamal Murray, he's Jamal Murray, MPJ, Jokic, you know,
Yeah, it's not a bad
and
6 man pick at all. I had Tyler Hero on our final things, but now today the game starts, and I see Tyler Hero's in the starting lineup, so I just changed it to
okay,
Jordan Poole real quick. I'm kind of shocked
okay,
that.
okay.
I wonder if he
Uh,
stays. They paid him, so he might.
you know what I think?
Would.
Okay, so I told my friend this last night, and I was thinking, I was like, Jordan Poole, and this might not make no sense to everybody, but it makes perfect sense to me. And let me know if you agree with this. I said that Jordan Poole is who we thought Kelly Oubre would be. You know,
I didn't
because I
really think
always felt
anything
like
of Kelly Oubre, so
you said what?
I didn't really think of anything of Kelly Oubre, to be honest.
Well, see, that's what I'm saying. I can't say everybody, but me personally, like when Kelly Oubre first came out of Kansas, I kind of thought he would be he would be a six man, like the six man, and then he would work his way up to starter, and be a really good starter. But
I liked
that's
him
not
as
who
like
he's
a
been.
Paul George type of wing, to be honest. Though I remember that.
Kelly Oubre,
Yeah, but I'm talking like in 2015 when I ain't.
yeah,
I thought he would just be a 3 and D wing because he was playing a lot of power forward for the Wizards, and I like that lineup. Was he? Did he play with Marcin Gortat and John Wall?
I believe so. I think
Dang,
so.
he been in the NBA for a while. But yeah, I
Yeah, he's
remember
been
he
in the
was they
league
starting four,
for.
and I like that. But Kelly just been, bro. He's honestly been like kind of very light Paul George because Paul George is a hot and cold shooter. Kelly Oubre is
I don't
really
think
hot
he's
and
usually like
cold.
PG Light is crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Nah, nah,
bro.
nah. I mean like
Like,
a PG, not even a light. Like, bro, he
yeah, he
just
did play
3 and D
for us.
wing who could shoot sometimes.
Yeah, but no, I'm not. I don't mean like play style wise. I mean like hype wise. Because like I always feel like Kelly Oubre was really good. Like coming out of the camp, I thought he was like really, really, really good. But that may be a weird comparison that
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
might
I
not
ain't gonna count that
understand, but it
shit.
makes fucking sense to me. My hold on, I lost it. Okay, and my most improved player was Tyrese Halliburton. You can't tell me Tyrese Halliburton can't win most improved. I think because he has like the starting point guard role like locked up, and he can play like I think he'll play like 30 35 minutes a night.
You think he can make an
And
All Star game?
nah, he won't be an All Star player this year. I don't think he won't make an All Star team this year. But he's still really good, and because he was good in Sacramento, and I'm not gonna lie, I really thought that they would have traded De'Aaron Fox instead of him because you think that they would want to build around a younger player,
What if
because
they
they
want to build
weren't
around the
good,
better one?
huh?
What if they want to build around the better one instead?
But he's aging. He's like 26. He's still young, but he's getting up there in age.
Hey,
I just felt like I would really just felt like Halliburton would have been a better choice, but that's why I'm not a GM. My coach of the year is JB Bickerstaff. I really feel like the Cavs could do something because Garland, Mitchell, fucking Jared Allen, who's the power forward over there in
Mobley.
Cleveland, and Evan Mobley. They can cause some damage in the East if they get to like if they get to like the second round and but if they lose but they take the series to seven, I really feel like JB Biggerstaff, I feel like he'll get his flowers and he'll get recognition for what he is doing as a coach and building that team. Um,
Do you think they could finish as like a top 3 seed, the Cavs?
yeah, for sure they
If
can.
they finish as a top 3 seed, he probably does win rookie.
I
I'm
think
coach of the year.
I think it'll be Milwaukee, Boston, Cleveland. I think that'll be the top three.
Milwaukee,
Those will be the
Boston,
top three.
Cleveland. You know something I don't like? Every season we go into the season with our predictions, right? You had what was you said Milwaukee, Boston, Cleveland. That could,
Yeah,
every year it looked the same. Cause to me, I never see Miami Heat in the top 3,
they
but
don't belong there
they always end up there somehow. And Eric Spoelstra has zero.
because
He has zero
Eric
coach of the
Spoelstra
years. Like he, all right,
it's because he's a great coach, bro. It's because of bro. Eric Spoelstra is a top three coach in the NBA right now.
with zero
Bro, I
coaches
don't
of the
have.
years.
He doesn't have a coach of the year. You
No,
serious?
he has zero,
Wow, that's kind of disrespectful.
bro. Because every season is another narrative they have to buy in, and that goes in. I went in with the narratives on my picks. Cause my MVP, I got Joel Embiid. I think Giannis will have a better season, but Joel Embiid just was the runner-up for 2 MVPs.
And like voters fatigue is a real thing. Like nobody likes voting for the same player over. That's why Jokic. I don't care if he has a triple double, he won't win it again this year.
Yeah, Jokic's not winning it, bro. Don't Jordan fans do not want Jokic to be able to touch MJ and something. Heck no, he not winning nothing. But
Like, he won't win.
my MVP pick came down to Embiid and Giannis. But I came back and realized this might be Embiid's last chance to win MVP, and the voters are gonna recognize that, and they're gonna feel bad after he got hurt for the last 2 months of the season on Jokic's first MVP, and that's how he lost it. And last year
Well,
he came runner up
that's not
again.
really fair. That's not really fair. That's a damn sympathy vote. That's a
It
sympathy
is.
MVP.
Bro, is that now? That's what happened with Harden when LeBron should have won that MVP. Harden was
No,
runner up.
Harden deserved that, bro. Harden deserved that.
No, I'm talking about the first one,
James Harden's first. I thought he only had one. MVP.
2018. Harden doesn't have
I think that's.
multiple.
Hold on.
All I know
think
is
that's
there was one
wrong.
that LeBron should have won, but I kind of realized Harden's gonna win just because he was the runner up back to back seasons. And
No, if you want to talk about somebody actually deserving the MVP, I think the 2017 MVP is really a toss up because wasn't that James Harden's like 36 point per game season?
If that's Russell
I,
Westbrook's
it
triple double,
is. It is.
yeah,
That was Russell Westbrook's MVP. And
I'm cool with it.
I get the 30 point averaging a 30 point triple double. That shit is unheard of and it's amazing. But you could really give it to either one of them.
Yeah, you could have.
But I guess, and that's why I feel like the Embiid and like we all know who the three favorites is for MVP right now: Embiid, Jokic, Giannis, and Luka is a close fourth. But Luka right now, he's not touching. Like they're not even thinking about Luka right now. It's Embiid, Jokic, and Giannis, and Giannis already won two, Jokic won two, Embiid hasn't won one, and he's been in the race for like 3 years.
I think the overseas MVP streak is gonna keep going on. I think Embiid is gonna win it. It's gonna be really hard for me not to see Giannis or Luka win it if it's not Embiid.
It's gonna be. I feel like me personally, I feel like it's gonna be Giannis.
Giannis probably
But
should.
I'm gonna let you go on to finish your list.
All right, so my MVP pick is Joel Embiid. For Defensive Player of the Year, I got Rudy Gobert. We're gonna see the difference in the Timberwolves and Jazz. They're gonna buy into the narrative that the Jazz are gonna become like a bottom 10 team. So we're gonna see, oh my God, the Jazz are now a bottom 10 defense. All of a sudden, the Wolves are a top 10. We're gonna see that, and then Rudy Gobert's just gonna win just because of that.
Well, no. To be fair to the Jazz, that's the point. I feel like that's the point of them blowing the whole thing up. I'm not saying they're tanking, but Victor Wembanyama is fucking on when he is the consensus number one overall pick. The only way he doesn't become number one overall pick is if he dies. He's like, and fucking, why wouldn't you want to be one of the worst teams in the NBA besides the nonsense the media is going spewing shit? That's what's supposed to happen when you blow shit up like the way they did. That's the shit that's supposed to happen. So they're not a good team. The Jazz, they're not good.
But
they don't want to be good right now.
Yeah, they're not gonna be good. But the NBA nerds, they're gonna look at it like, oh my God, the Jazz was just the third best defense last year. Now they the 27th. Rudy Gobert.
But then
Rudy Gobert.
There has to be, if they're gonna say that, there has to be context. Like, why they went from three for, I don't know the exact number.
Yeah,
three to bottom five. There's a reason they're gonna win. They're gonna win less than 20. They're not gonna win more than 25 games. And there's a reason why. Because they blew everything up. Their best defensive player and their best offensive player are now playing in different cities.
Yeah, and the context that's going to be used is now he goes to the Timberwolves. They go from a mid-tier to a top defense because the Timberwolves are about to become a top defense because of Rudy Gobert for real. Because that paint presence, it means a lot. It's the most important defense in the NBA. It's just when it comes to the playoffs, that's when he becomes iffy, but we'll see how that goes. But my Rookie of the Year came down to Keegan Murray. I know that's probably not a name that you'll see on most lists, but I'm kind of high on the Kings. I like the Kings this season.
You won't see it. You won't see that name unless you're a Kings fan or Paolo gets hurt, because there's no way. After with Chet going down for the year, there's no way Paolo doesn't win Rookie of the Year this year.
I could see Keegan Murray. Keegan Murray's the most NBA ready out of all the rookies. That's just what it comes down to.
I don't know. Are you crazy?
I think Keegan Murray's a little more polished on the defensive side of the ball. That's what it. Even though voters don't really care for that, he's a real good shooter. More polished on the defensive side of the ball, and they not gonna be a bad team. The Kings is not.
Yeah, we say that, but then the Kings end up winning 35 games.
Hey, bruh.
What happened to the Kings?
Hey, the Kings disappoint me this season, bro. I'm a little sick because I got multiple players winning awards on that team this season, so they got to chill out and not be poverty. Yeah, multiple.
It's the fucking Kings. All right. Let me guess. De'Aaron Fox for most improved?
Yeah, I think he becomes an all-star this year.
Yeah, I think he's too old to be a most improved player, man. He's like 26.
But
You know, I think,
That's usually how the most improved awards used to go out. Last
but
season
yeah,
with John Moran was the first time it was like, oh, whoa, this guy was just drafted.
okay, I take that back. He's only 24. He's about to be 25. He's still young, but I don't think that they would give a 25-year-old most improved.
Yeah, they would. Yeah, they 100% would. That's low key what the award was made for.
Yeah,
Like,
but we see what it's turned into.
yeah,
It's
but
turned
it's just
into
one season. That's the thing. Excuse me. I was debating Anthony Edwards because of that exact thing you just said, but I don't see them giving it to John Morant than Anthony Edwards the next season. I feel like they're gonna bring down the name just a little bit. All right, but for my six,
this is who when you hear names like, okay, Tracy McGrady, that might not be too crazy, but when you hear names like Bobby Simmons, Boris DL, Hedu Turkoglu, Ryan
Hedo,
Anderson, those are the guys who I think are supposed to win most improved because they're supposed to go from like not from 17 or 21 to 27. That's not really improving because like you're just going on the path that everybody thought you were supposed to go on. But when you go from like 5 to 10 to
like a
14,
CJ McCollum jump.
yeah, like when you go from like say go from scoring 10, a sixth, seventh man role to a starter and scoring like 21, 22 points a game, I feel like the people who do that should win the most improved awards, not the people who score 20 and then jump to 27. Because when you do that, you're just going on the path everybody thought you was going on.
Yeah, most improved awards is always gonna come down to counting stats though. Like, only way that we don't give it to someone who became a 27 point per game scorer after being a 19 is if they do that from 5 to 15. And I'm not gonna lie, people talk about John Morant's MIP like he didn't deserve it. I don't understand who deserved it over him last season. 19 to 27 points. Come on, man. Like, y'all just like.
But that's what I'm saying. He's just going on he was just
I
that's just the
understand, but give him his
everybody thought he
flowers.
was going on.
Give him his flowers for going on that trajectory.
Bro,
Have we seen how many play? That's your prediction
that
on him. We always wrong
that
on
doesn't
predictions every week on this show.
that doesn't mean he deserves a most improved because he really didn't. He just did what we thought he was gonna do.
So like you saw potential in him, right?
Yeah, he was a
Because
number
like
two pick.
yeah. So you saw potential in him, and now that he achieved that potential, you just don't give him his flowers.
It's not, bro. It's not giving him his flowers. It's just saying you can give him his flowers by and also not give him an award. You can say, okay, this was an amazing season. You did what we thought you were gonna do. Fucking the person he didn't even really want it. You know who he gave it to? Desmond Bain. That's who should have got the Most Improved Player award. They should have gave it to fucking Desmond Bain.
I think John Morant deserved it last season. Still, I ain't gonna lie.
Hell, they could have gave it to Jordan Poole over John Morant because Jordan Poole and Desmond Bain, they were like the bottom 5 picks in their draft. John Morant was the second overall
Poole
pick.
was the last pick in the first round. Where people was like,
That's what I mean. That's what I mean.
right.
They were like in the bottom of the first round. And John Morant was a second round pick. I mean, was the second overall pick.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. Like they didn't expect Desmond Bain, and Jordan Poole to blow up the way they did. That's what I'm saying about. That's how I feel like those are the people who deserve the Most Improved Player awards, not the number 2 overall pick.
So
That's just me though.
I'll tell you what award Jordan Poole deserved. It was my sixth man of the year. I had Tyler Hero at first, but
Yeah.
I seen that he started tonight, so he had to get erased off the list. I'm happy that Tyler Hero started. He got that bag too, so he better be started. Jordan Poole also got that bag, but they got Klay Thompson and Andrew Wiggins, so he's gonna stay on that bench. So I feel comfortable keeping him there. My
The
most
only way he comes off the bench is
injury.
if Klay Thompson doesn't play, doesn't because let's be real, he does not look like the same Klay Thompson.
Last night he looked good.
But he did. But I'm saying like in general, like we all know Klay and Draymond are declining.
Yeah, but if Klay plays how he did last night, his starting spot is on locks.
I don't know. Locks is crazy.
Nah.
I don't know about locks,
I
bro.
ain't gonna lie though. Last season, I was saying the same thing. That like, why is Clay starting over Poole? But after last night game, and he had he had more
He
time
went
to come back from his injury. I seen him starting the whole season, to be honest, because
he
in the
went 6 of
playoffs,
13 from the field, 2 of 6 from three, with
what he
18
shot,
points. He went 6 of 13 from the field, which is right, like probably I think it's like right at 50, right, just a little bit above or below 50%, or below a little bit below 50%, and shot 2 for 6 from three with 18 points in 20 minutes.
I mean, it's honestly not bad. It's the first game of the season.
Yeah,
A lot
I
of
agree
field
with
goals is
that.
gonna be looking crazy. But King James shot like 0 for 5 from three. It felt like, bro. He probably
I
had
saw
some.
that. But if you want to think about it, Jordan Poole played way worse. Jordan Poole had 12 points, went 4 for 15, 2 for 9 from three, and 28 minutes. That's 26% from the
But when
field.
I was watching, Clay and Jordan Poole were aggressive and taking good shots. So over the season, they're gonna fall down. It's just the first game of the season. But my most improved player of the year was De'Aaron Fox. I seen him becoming a 26, 27 point per game scorer and making an All Star game this season.
He,
Um,
he already scored. He already
25.
scored his 25s. So
Yeah,
that's what I mean,
but
bro.
that we're talking most improved is from
He
the
scored
year
23,
prior.
23. It was 23 a game.
No, like 2 years ago, he had like 24.
Yeah, in 2020 it was 25, and last year it was 23.
Yeah, so last year it dipped down. I see him being a 27 point per game scorer.
But when you go up like that, I think you go from most improved conversation to MVP conversation. Even if you
Honestly,
might not even be in the top 10 with the MVP conversation, you still go to that. You still go up there. That's just
honestly
that's
though,
just
I just picked De'Aaron Fox because I knew he was gonna improve this season. And like most improved player, it's probably a bum right now if we being real. Like that's why they about to improve it. And, bro, it's gonna be a name none of us even thought of. Like, cause they a bum right now. Shit.
Bum
And
is crazy. Definitely crazy.
and my coach of the year is Willie Green. With Zion being back with the Pelicans, I think that they could be a top 5 seed,
That's a good
maybe
coach of
even
the year.
higher. Wait,
They
which
could be
is
hard to that. So
yeah. If the Pelicans finish as the second seed, just hand it to Willie Green because Zion and Brandon Ingram not gonna win no other awards. The Pelicans, they're gonna become a team we see a lot on the media if Zion is playing because the NBA want to push Zion. And while he's being pushed, we're also gonna see Willie Green and how good of a coach he is. Because last season they had no business taking the Suns to 6 games, but Brandon Ingram, Willie Green, we just seen how good that roster's constructed and how well they play together because they're being coached well at the end of the day. And
yeah, that's what coaching does. Good coaching. That's what good coaching leads you. Why do you think the Celtics went to the finals in Ime Udoka's first year?
and
Because
why
it
do
was
you think
a
Miami's
clear
always
coach.
a playoff lock and people think the roster's filled with bums?
Well, it's because y'all are always great defensively.
Exactly. Do we always have the
They
best
just
defensive tools like players?
uh no, y'all had PJ Tucker.
Hey,
He
now we do
he
though.
went to
With Bam Adebayo, probably the best defender in the NBA. Period.
uh
Who would be a better defender than Bam Adebayo?
Ben Simmons.
Okay.
But let Ben Simmons get right, bro. He gonna let him get right because he can play every position. He
Hey,
can
I like
guard
that
every
though. I'm
position.
high on Ben Simmons too though. Like I'm not like other people who think Ben Simmons is some bum because
Ben Simmons not a bum at
yeah,
all. Just
bro.
let him get right.
Some people think the man's a bum, which is crazy to me. All right.
Yeah, that's crazy. Finish on this, bro.
All right, so let's just repeat our list. My
Yeah,
my Finals
you go
MVP. I'm
first.
gonna kind of ignore that one a little bit. I had Giannis because the Bucks is right now my favorites to win the finals.
I
And
gave I gave Giannis my Finals MVP too.
yeah, come on, anything with the Bucks in the finals, bro. We all know Giannis gonna win Finals MVP. So I'm gonna repeat my list. I had Joel Embiid as my MVP, Rudy Gobert as my Defensive Player of the Year, Keegan Murray as my Rookie of the Year, Jordan Poole for Sixth Man of the Year, De'Aaron Fox for Most Improved Player, and Willie Green for Coach of the Year. Could you repeat your list, Mike?
Let me see. It was Giannis crazy. I had Giannis winning MVP. I had Giannis winning Defensive Player of the Year. Paolo winning Rookie of the Year. Bones Highland winning Six Man, which that is crazy. I just took a shot in the dark. Most Improved Player is Tyrese Halliburton. Coach of the Year, JB Bickerstaff, and Giannis winning Finals MVP.
Hey, your list is probably better than mine, honestly. But
well, it's because I got the same player in 3 different awards. Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Mike. Thank you for listening to the Up to Score show. If you want to keep up with us and keep up with all our posts, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Up the Score Show. That's at Up the Score Show. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Let's get back into the episode. Let's talk about this NBA season opener. The Celtics and 76ers game,
Harden was
first half, and there isn't too much I can say about it because it's kind of what I expected. I expected the Celtics defense, to play the way they would if Ime Udoka was there, and they did exactly that. I think they missed Robert Williams a little bit, but and Noah Vonleh, that is a name I haven't heard in years, bro.
That's a nice scoop.
Huh?
That's a nice little pickup.
Bro, he was in fucking China. So
I mean,
when you have to reach all the way to China to, get somebody, I don't know. And Malcolm Brogdon might have been the most underrated pickup of this season, bro. Getting him from Indiana might have been Boston's best move. Might have been the best move anybody made all season.
It was one of my personal favorite moves also. Funny thing is, the Boston Celtics was just, like how you said with Noah Vonleh, they was just bringing out random. I was like, he's on the Celtics. I saw Blake Griffin wearing a fat number 99 or something, bro. He was wearing a
91.
fat.
Yeah, and somebody named Sam Hauser, don't know who that is. He only played 3 minutes.
Bro, Blake Griffin wearing 91 looks hilarious.
91 is crazy. Who the fuck you think he is? Dennis Rodman? So Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum going off for 70. That's great. That's is amazing. Jason Tatum finished with 35, 12 rebounds and 4 assists. Jaylen Brown had 35, 3 rebounds and 2 assists. On 39, both of them had 39 minutes. They were the keys to the game. And I think they should be the keys to every game. When they're hot, and you can't stop them.
Tatum was also playing really well on the defensive side of the ball. He probably had like 2-3 blocks. If I wouldn't be shocked.
He had 1 block, 1 steal.
1 block,
19 to 20 from the field, 2 of 7 from 3. That's it. He shot 65% from the field.
I feel like I watched two Tatum blocks.
Nah, you only seen 1. And like I said, they might be missing Robert Williams a little bit, but it ain't too much. Robert Williams is probably one of the best interior defenders in the NBA.
He should have won Defensive Player of the Year last season.
Defenders right now in the NBA, and I just feel like the Celtics, I'm not gonna say they're not gonna miss Ime, because they definitely will, because he's their head coach. But Joe Mazzulla is doing a great job. They got a
bunch of leadership in that locker room also with Al Horford, Marcus Smart, and they just made a finals run last season. So I feel like that is a team that they're gonna have more trust in each other than most other teams would, just because that recent finals run.
Even if they do go on a losing streak, I feel like that locker room has enough continuity to where they can bounce back from a losing streak. Say they go on a 5-game losing streak, I don't see that happening. But that locker room has enough leaders and enough time spent with each other that they can bounce back.
Yeah, I don't see a doomsday. I don't see a doomsday scenario for the Celtics where they losing and stuff. I think they're a top 4 seed no matter what at the end of the season. And Harden was playing great. We're not gonna skip that.
Yeah. I'm about to get over there to the 76ers side. Harden scored 35, dropped somebody off and fucking airballed.
He dropped Marcus Smart off. Defensive Player of the Year.
That's not my defensive player of the year. Drew Holiday should have got this shit over him, but we ain't gonna speak on that because that's last year. Let's get out the past. He hit the shimmy, airballed the shit out of the shot, which was that's embarrassing. He had 7 assists, 8 rebounds in 37 minutes. Joel Embiid, you know, I think this is a strong start to his MVP, to his run to MVP. If he wants it bad enough, I think this is a strong start. 26 points, 15 rebounds, 5 assists on 50% shooting. That's not bad. He only shot 1 for 6 from 3. I feel like once you hit that one, just go on. Just don't. Just
leave it alone. The Celtics was playing really good defense on Embiid. They was trapping him no matter what, even from the 3-point line. Anytime Joel Embiid got the ball, they sent a double team because Joel Embiid is so good at causing commotion in the paint, which leads to fouls. And he led the league probably in free throws attempted last year. And he had James Harden on his team, who was in second probably. Like, I know the top 4 is usually Embiid, Harden, Butler, and DeRozan. All I know is Embiid and Harden both in the top 5 and fouls drawn per game at like 10. And they just shoot free throws all game. So the Celtics trapping him for the 3-point line and forcing him to take it off the dribble instead of posting him up was really a good idea. And it led Embiid to only 26 points. And I know saying only 26 sounds crazy, but for Joel Embiid, that's a really good defensive game.
And this 76ers team, I just feel like Boston has their number. And I feel like, but they can bounce back because after the first quarter, I'm not even gonna bring up the quarter shit. Boston is just great defensively. That's all I can say. They're one of the better defensive teams in the league. They're like, I would give them like top 5 to 7, probably like top 5 defense in the league.
Top 2.
Huh?
Top 2.
Top 2?
Yeah.
Behind who? Give your top 5 defenses.
Hey, you said top 5. I was just putting it up for you.
But I'm just saying, you said top 2. I was thinking like 4 or 5.
Nah. They are top. The Boston Celtics?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're top 2 defense. Maybe the best. I mean, as a team, the Warriors is up there. Even though the Warriors don't got all those defenders like Celtics do, they just come collectively as a group and play great defense. I had to see some NBA teams names though.
You were right. I'm tweaking. You were right. They're number 2. They were number 2 in defensive rating last year, and
Who?
It was Boston. It was like, see, it's crazy because there was damn near a tie for number 1 with Golden State for defensive rating because it was both 106.9, and I'm sure it came down to like the last couple numbers. So a top 2 defense. What the fuck was I thinking?
Golden State is up there. The Boston Celtics. I would have the Bucks personally, and the Cavaliers because they rim protection.
Yeah.
And the Miami Heat.
Well, I'm looking at StatMuse, and they have from last year's defensive ratings. The top 5 was Golden State, Boston, Phoenix, Memphis, and Miami. That was the top 5. That was the top 5 teams in defensive rating. And I really can't argue that because when I look at it, shit.
Yeah, those is most of the defensive teams. Yeah. I didn't finish with the 76ers. James Harden was playing well. If he keep up 80% of that, 76ers is scary because they got the best top 4 in the league with Tobias Harris, Maxey, Embiid, Harden. Like how you said, we know Harden and Embiid are like the 2 main scorers. While you're worried about those 2 main scorers, you're telling me Maxey or Tobias Harris are going to randomly cut or randomly take a shot? Like, 76ers is a real good team.
That's what I was saying.
I like how they was producing shots also. Harden was looking like an MVP out there, man. And I know that's not going to stay for too long because it was looking too good to be Harden. The man was beating people off the dribble. He got fouled on 3 3-pointers in the first quarter. Like, it's like that was just, I don't know if that was just the Celtics, honestly. But Harden was beating them off the dribble. What you said?
I said, you know, it's the first quarter.
Yeah, it's the first quarter, the first game. Yeah, yeah. Harden was beating them off the dribble. He was finding the shooters. I didn't really see Harden and Embiid click like that though. And there was a point in the first quarter where Harden looked like he was mad at Embiid and pushed him. Like he was actually like upset at Embiid.
I saw that too.
Yeah, it was like on some disrespectful. I was like, yo, that look a little disrespectful. Like,
yeah.
hey, but
I really what's going on. The next game we're going to talk about is the Warriors versus Lakers, and what I'm about to say might not be popular, but Russell Westbrook actually did not look bad last night. He didn't look that bad last night because when you look at the numbers, I know numbers. I love looking at numbers. He doesn't look that great, but it also does not look bad because he scored 19, 7 of 12 from the field, 1 of 3 from the 3-point line, 11 rebounds, 3 assists, and a steal. Tell me that's not a good stat line.
I mean, Westbrook's always had good stat lines his whole career. Like last night.
But not last year he didn't.
Last year he averaged 18, 8, and 8.
That's not but look at everything else. Look at the turnovers. Look at
Westbrook played good last night though.
What?
Excuse me. Westbrook played good last night. Like not amazing. He still had his Westbrook plays though, bro. It's hard. He had his hard to watch moments still, but he wasn't the reason that they lost last night. That's just what it comes down to. He wasn't the reason they lost.
It comes down to the Warriors just being the Warriors. They're just great.
Like last year, Westbrook was losing them games. He's not the reason that they lost last night. It just came down to everyone but LeBron, Westbrook, and Davis. No one else could score. I think Davis and LeBron combined for 56. Westbrook had 18. Off the top of my head, what is that? That's 74 points? Something like that? But 56 plus 18? 73?
77.
Oh, 77.
Westbrook, LeBron, and AD combined for 77 points.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
Kendrick Nunn, coming off the bench. I don't know how I feel about Kendrick Nunn.
I don't know how I feel about anyone that named LeBron, Westbrook. I don't know how I feel about anyone on that roster not named LeBron, Anthony Davis, or Patrick Beverly. I ain't even going to say Russell Westbrook, bro. I know what I'm getting with Patrick Beverly.
My question for Patrick Beverly is, when the fuck did you turn him to Stephen Curry? I saw one of his first shots in the corner, heavily contested. He still threw that bitch up. I'm like, bro, who do you think you are?
He that man.
Bro.
Hey, he like that dude. Hey, Pat Bev, keep taking those. Hey, that boy.
No.
I seen him dribble into a 3.
Don't keep taking those, but keep playing the way you playing on defense. 4
Hey.
steals, 2 blocks. Keep playing that. Keep playing that way on defense. Don't worry about offense, man. Let LeBron and AD handle that, and the real shooters like Austin Reeves.
Patrick Beverly's honestly a top 3 shooter on that team, bro.
No, he's not.
All right, name me 3 better shooters on the Lakers than Patrick Beverly.
3 better shooters on the Lakers than Patrick Beverly? LeBron, AD, Russell Westbrook. There you go.
Yeah, that sounds like a terrible. Bro, Austin Reeves, bro. It's LeBron, Reeves, and Patrick Beverly, which shows you why they need shooters, bro. Like if they was to,
I said that. I've been saying that, but they need shooters.
They don't.
Around LeBron. Why do you think the Cavs in 2016 were successful?
Shooters.
Because they had shooters.
Kyle Korver, J.R. Smith.
Why do you think when they won those 2, when LeBron won those 2 finals in Miami? Why do you think he won those? They had shooters.
Battier, Bosh,
Miller, Mario Chalmers.
Bro.
Why do you think when he was in Los Angeles, for the bubble ring, they had shooters?
You see,
he was around him because we know he can get to the basket at will. Anytime he wants to get to the basket, he can. We know he can still shoot the ball, but he needs people around him to shoot the ball and score with him.
to be able to knock down their wide open shots. That's all he needs. But like, you see how you're using common sense? Not everyone has that, and I think Rob Pelinka is someone who doesn't have common sense at this point.
We know because we see what he did.
All he cares about is star power, though. Like the Lakers had an offer for Buddy Hield and other shooters. He want Kyrie Irving. Oh my God, I need it.
They had Buddy. But I can see why they declined the Miles Turner Buddy Hield trade because they wanted. It was the Pacers send Miles Turner and Buddy Hield. The Lakers send Russell Westbrook, who the Pacers were gonna pay for it, who were gonna dump off. Yeah. They were gonna pay him that money and like don't even worry about coming. But they wanted those 2 first-round picks in 2027 and 29, and they wanted them unprotected. And the Lakers, they're not trying to do that because they already gave up their whole future in the first place. And I see why they declined that because they already don't have a future. And to me personally, I'm finna get a little bit off topic for like 2 seconds, then we're gonna get back on topic. I think if they want to get a future back, they have to trade Anthony Davis and LeBron before their contract ends. If this shit don't work this year, you have to trade Anthony Davis. You have to trade him to get something because your future is gone, is destroyed.
I don't understand why they so worried about their future. Like they should have worried about that 5 years ago when they traded Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, all those first. You chose to buy in LeBron James. You had to stick your foot on the gas. Like now you're just all right. I'm about to. You look stupid when you're scared to win a championship and you're scared to win. Like they're literally scared to win, bro. They're worried about their future, right? Why not worry about right now?
But I'll tell you why not worry about right now. Because you name me a team that had no future but was still okay. After all their stars left, LeBron is about to be 40. LeBron's about to be 40 in 2 years. AD is fragile. He's already like 30. Russ is like 34, 30-something. They're in their 30s, man. They have nothing. They have nothing.
All right, check me out.
They don't have no picks.
If they win another ring, is it worth it?
No.
So all right. So 2 rings isn't worth 2 picks.
It's worth 2. Okay, you make it. No, it's worth the picks, but it's not worth the picks and all the shit that they gave up to get those rings because, all right, they don't have nothing for the next 5 years. They have no first-round picks for the next 5 years. They have to rely on free agency, but who doesn't want to be a Laker? They have to rely on free agency, and they have to rely on hoping and praying that they find a second-round dominant.
They don't even need to do that. They just need to rely on free agency. They're the Los Angeles Lakers. That's what they've done their whole time. If you win a ring, right?
Los Angeles Lakers, but why? Why do you think nobody has this game?
All right.
The Los Angeles Lakers, but nobody wants to be there anymore. I don't think the Lakers, the appeal of being a Laker really means anything anymore.
Nah, it does. It does.
I don't think so. Because with LeBron coming over to be a Laker, it's like he had all this success everywhere else.
It's because it's LeBron.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it don't have the appeal that it has anymore.
Other players want to beat LeBron. They don't want to join him. That's just what it comes down to. Like if Kawhi joined the Lakers, I feel like we'll see someone else join them.
If Kawhi was to go to the Lakers, he should have. I'm kind of glad he didn't go to the Lakers at first. I'm glad he didn't go.
That boy got hurt.
The Clippers, because the Clippers, they've ran the Lakers. They've ran. I'm gonna call that shit Staples Center. I'm not calling that shit the crypto arena. I'm not calling that Staples Center. The Clippers have ran Staples Center for a couple of years, and I just feel like the appeal of being a Laker. I know I keep repeating it. I just feel like it's not there no more. You know, that's just me though.
Since Kawhi has joined the Clippers and LeBron has joined the Lakers, who's been more disappointing?
Who's been more disappointing? I think I ain't gonna lie. I feel like they've been equally disappointing because when you look at the Clippers, right, you can chalk everything up to injuries. Kawhi being out, You can injuries. They blew. They blew 2-3-1 leads, I think, or
They blew a 3-1 lead against the Nuggets.
They did to the Nuggets. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. In the bubble, and that's why I feel like, and it was because of injury. They wouldn't have blew that lead if Kawhi was there. I just feel like they've been equally disappointed, even though the Lakers do have.
I think Kawhi was there blowing the 3-1 lead. It's just that Kawhi is such a quiet person that like people don't slander him. Kawhi gets away with some. Kawhi slander moments, he gets away with it just because how quiet he is. It'd be Paul George going to the podium crying and talking about my shoulder hurt.
Kawhi was there. He played. Kawhi played that game.
Yeah. I remember the closeout game. Kawhi was dog.
Kawhi said what?
I remember the closeout game. Kawhi was a disappointment, to be honest. But like he's a quiet person, so he gets away with that stuff, and it's also easier for him to get away with that stuff when you got Paul George crying on the podium talking about my shoulder hurt. Like,
well, I mean, there's only so much, you know. Was Doc Rivers the coach then?
Yes.
Holy shit, he is the king of blowing 3-1.
Yeah. Doc Rivers is terrible.
Yeah, Doc Rivers is a terrible coach.
Yeah. I don't know why he keeps getting these head coaching jobs.
Because his name. It's because he's Doc Rivers. That's why.
Yeah, bro. He's a terrible coach. It'd be funny just watching some people just stay in the league as coaches. And shoot, we've been talking about the Lakers a lot, which I feel like we're gonna do a lot, bro. It's like I hate talking about the Lakers, but they always talked about. But I liked how Anthony Davis played and how they used him. He
looked nice.
He looked nice, but it's like, bro, every time I see him go up, I be scared, bro. He just looks slow. Anthony Davis doesn't look as dominant as he once used to, bro. He just looks like he doesn't want to bang. He's scared of contact, and he's really good with finesse though. So like, he still probably went out and dropped 25, probably something like that. Yeah. Davis played well. He played well, and on the defensive side of the ball too. What he did?
27.6 rebounds on 45% shooting.
Yeah. 6 rebounds at center, and you're gonna sit there and let LeBron grab 13 at 37. Like you're selfish. You're 6'10" and you're scared to go grab rebounds. I don't get it.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Mike. Thank you for listening to the Up the Score show. If you want to keep up with us and keep up with all our posts, follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter at Up the Score Show. That's at Up the Score Show. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. Let's get back into the episode. Welcome back, everybody. You know, I gotta take a little break. Now that we got the NBA topics out the way, it's time for my favorite part of the podcast.
Pickles!
So we're gonna start with the Thursday night game. The Saints versus the Cardinals. This DeAndre Hopkins is returning to this game, and we will be able to see Robbie Anderson, who was traded to the Cardinals earlier in the week from the Carolina Panthers because of a dispute that he had with the coaches on the side.
Yeah, I didn't really see, I just saw that today. I didn't really see that, bro. Like,
no, that happened earlier in the week.
Yeah. Got traded immediately.
Thursday Night Football is, as of the recording, Thursday Night Football will be tomorrow. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, how excited are you to see DeAndre Hopkins back on the field?
Low key a 9. I traded him in fantasy last week for Saquon Barkley. So, what did I add? I added something else too. Dameon Pierce and D-Hop for Saquon Barkley. Seeing him, because we're gonna watch it on we're gonna be watching it live, so seeing him play gonna be fun, and seeing the Cardinals offense gonna be fun when Marquise Brown comes back, because now they got Robbie Anderson, D-Hop, and Marquise Brown. Yeah.
That's what I was looking for. I'm not the biggest fan of D-Hop, but I'm also not no hater. He's one of the best receivers in the league. When it comes to he got some of the best hands in the league, and I'm actually kind of excited to see him play.
Marshawn Lattimore also out.
Marshawn Lattimore's back too?
No, he's out.
Oh, he's out. So now the Saints' best cornerback is Paulson Adebo. Yeah, the Cardinals should win this game, and they should win it by at least 2 touchdowns because yeah, I said cornerback. Okay, so I think the Cardinals will win this game, and they'll win it pretty easily. I don't think it'll be that much of a fight because on paper, right? Everybody knows on paper means literally nothing. But to me, on paper, I feel like the Cardinals should have this game in the bag simply because of the the wide receiver core and how high powered this offense has the potential to be. Because Kyler Murray just as electric as anybody when it comes to his arm talent, throwing the ball, and his legs when he runs the ball. I don't think that the Saints have. I don't think the Saints have a defense, that can match up with the potentially high-powered offense of the Cardinals. Like I said in the beginning, if this game doesn't have at least 2 touchdowns, I'm never watching a Thursday night football game again because that is just no.
It's too much
Because
talent in this
huh?
game. It's too much talent in this game for it not to have some
Yeah,
touchdowns. Those other games, I don't know what they've been doing. Bro? What was the most recent one? It was like,
it was Bears and Commanders. It was 12 to
bro, what
7.
is that?
I watched it for a little
That's not
bit.
even something I'm watching on
Justin
Sunday.
Fields did his thing. Justin Fields did his thing in that game, but it came down to the last play of the game. So
Yeah, yeah,
fourth
it
and
came out
goal,
from man.
he ended up catching the ball. He just couldn't get it past the plane, which is unfortunate. But yeah, like I said, I got the Cardinals winning this game, and I don't think it'll be that close because I don't think the Saints offense can go score for score with the Cardinals. Even though we haven't seen the Cardinals offense score like that, they only scored 9 points last week to the Seahawks. But I still feel like the Cardinals offense can get back on track.
All right. I also got the Cardinals. I feel like they got D Hop coming back. Zach Ertz been playing well. Kyler Murray he's been underwhelming, but he's still Kyler Murray.
Yeah,
Also, their defense been surprisingly good against receivers. I don't know, bro. They have not a bunch of nobodies actually. Let me chill out. But they secondary isn't filled with names like a Browns or
except for the
whatever. But
Ravens.
they're
Except for
playing
the
better than
Ravens.
these teams. Like the Ravens is full
Okay.
of names, but Cardinals
Yeah,
secondary been
yeah.
better so far. They've been holding down, bro. Almost every receiver they faced hasn't had a good game. I don't know what it is. It comes down to schemers. I gotta watch a Cardinals game, and you see I'm gonna
Yeah.
do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um, you got the Cardinals. I also got the Cardinals, and for the Ravens Browns, who did you end up coming out with winning?
I'm taking. Okay, this is a toss up because I see what the Patriots did to the Browns last week. And I also see what happened to them last week as well, blowing the lead to the Giants, which is fucking disgusting.
It's
I
not,
don't
bro.
know
It's
if it's
not. It's
not.
not that bad of a thing. It's the Giants.
They blew a lead to the exactly. It's the Giants,
No, it's the Giants, bro. It's like ain't nothing you
bro.
can
I
do
don't know
about it.
what I don't know what it is with the Giants and coming back in the fourth quarter, but y'all, I can't lie, y'all are good. Y'all are doing good. Y'all not better than us though, but that's another time. That's a different topic for another time. Uh, to me, I'm gonna take the Ravens in this game because I feel like I feel like Lamar is gonna have another MVP. I feel like he can, prove to people in this game why he deserves to be paid, and he's been doing that pretty much for all season. The games that they lost all came down to the last little bit of the game, and they just didn't clutch up on defense. So I really can't put any of these losses on Lamar Jackson strictly. I have to put it on John Harbaugh in the defense. And as much as nobody may believe me, oh, and on top of that, the Ravens just signed Deshaun Jackson.
Who?
So the Ravens,
Wait, how
they
long
signed him.
ago?
This was yesterday. They signed him yesterday.
What? How did I not see that?
Don't know, but Lamar Jackson he's played a pretty solid year this year. Uh, you know, I can't. I'm not gonna sit here and put every loss on Lamar, but he hasn't played the. Mm,
Odell just signed too.
where?
I'm lying.
Yeah, you better be. I was about to say. I can't put these losses. I can't put none of these losses on Lamar. I'm putting
Bro,
him on the Ravens defense. The first 3 weeks he played like an MVP caliber player. He had 10 touchdowns and 2 interceptions. The last 3 weeks they just haven't been Lamar esque. They haven't
yeah,
been Lamar like.
I'm high on
Uh,
Lamar, and I feel like the last 3 weeks he could play better, but he's not the reason they're losing. That's just what he's
it's
not
a
the reason.
defense. It's a defense.
Yeah,
So I'm gonna say the Ravens, even though I know that the Browns defense can run right through the Ravens defense. I feel like the Ravens can win it.
all right. What about the
That's
next
just
game?
me. Hmm?
What about the next game? We got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers versus the Carolina Panthers.
I'm going to Buccaneers. It seems like an easy choice, but it also seemed like an easy choice last week when they played the Steelers, and we see what happened.
Hey,
Uh, Tom Brady does not look good. He should just stay retired because normally you want to retire on top. You don't want to. Because look what happened to Peyton Manning. He got benched halfway through the season, and
that's
then
not.
they got to the playoffs and got to the Super Bowl, and he went out on top. And I feel like that's how you have to retire. You have to retire on top, and Tom Brady right now is not playing good.
Hey, he gonna retire on top though. He gonna be the best quarterback ever. So he on top.
Well, I
I know
mean
what you
this year. I
mean.
mean, you have to retire and you have to finish your season on top. That's what I mean.
I know what you mean.
But I thought it would be a good game. I thought the Bucks would win last week, and they didn't against the Steelers, who have a good defense, but they're missing pieces, so it's not great like it was. But I'm still going to Tampa Bay because the Panthers are just bad. The Panthers are awful.
Panthers are the worst
Baker
team in the
Mayfield is
league.
awful. They're the worst. Yeah, they are the worst team in the NFL, which I didn't think they would be. I thought they had potential to be a playoff team because I figured, hey, Baker Mayfield, he doesn't have the excuse of the shoulder. He doesn't have any excuses. He has DJ Moore. He has Robbie Anderson. He has CMC. He has a good defense. So I figured he didn't have any excuses to be losing games because I figured he could be a top 12 quarterback with a new start, and I was wrong. And I'll accept that I'm wrong. So that's why I'm going Tampa Bay because they're just they're just better than Carolina.
Yeah, they're better than Carolina, and this is a division game, so they're not gonna play around. I also got the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and if I didn't say it for the last one, I got the Baltimore Ravens. Why do I feel like I didn't mention it?
I don't remember you saying it either.
Yeah, hey, I got the Ravens though. Now let's go to the Atlanta Falcons versus the Bengals, where I have the Bengals winning this week. The AJ Terrell versus Jamar Chase matchup is going to be a fun one to watch, but I got the Bengals finding it out. The Falcons have won too much games, bro. At some point, you got to slow down. I got to give props to their coach. What?
Arthur Smith.
Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith. He's a really good offensive mind. He's gonna be
Came
here
from
for a while
Tennessee.
in the NFL.
He came from Tennessee.
Yeah,
I believe he was the coach a couple years ago
he was
when
the
they upset
OC.
OC when they upset Baltimore.
Yes.
I'm taking Cincinnati as well because I just feel like um, the the Falcons' best defensive player is AJ Terrell, and this matchup AJ Terrell versus Jamar Chase and versus Jamar and Joe Burrow because they played him in
National championship
was the
game.
national championship. Yeah,
Wait, where
2019.
did AJ Terrell play?
So AJ Terrell was on Clemson. So
Okay.
yeah,
I don't really
this
keep up with
division
college
game,
football.
I'm going Cincinnati. It just feels right.
I don't like how me and you keep picking the same teams, and
It's about to change, maybe.
nah, it's gonna stay with this next one. I got a feeling.
Yeah.
We got the Detroit Lions versus the Dallas Cowboys. Who you got?
You already know who I got, man.
Yeah.
I got the fucking Cowboys. Dak is back. Dak is playing
Ooh, I like
Sunday,
that. I like that. I like that.
and with the Lions have one of the worst defenses in the league, and with the Cowboys, you know what the Cowboys get. You know we can be a high scoring offense when we need to be. And that's why I have us winning the game because the Lions, they, I know they have one of the worst scoring defenses in the league, and their offense, it stalled out their last. I believe they had a bye week last week, and their offense stalled out against New England, didn't score a single point. So they're coming off a game where they didn't score at all, and we played a pretty close game, and I truly believe had Dak Prescott played Sunday versus the Eagles, we would have won that game because we wouldn't have been settling for field goals. This whole year, if Dak does not get hurt, we're 5-1. Because instead of
Is that not what you are? Is our
one of the better scoring teams because instead of settling for field goals, we're scoring touchdowns. That's just me.
I mean,
the Lions, they have a pretty DeAndre Swift. I don't know if he's playing. He might be. He's one of the better running backs this year, and we're not that great against the run, but we held the Eagles, who was probably the best running team in the league, to 3.9 to carry on 39 carries. So, yeah, I got the Cowboys winning this, and it's not even close.
I also got the Cowboys, and I like how you bring up Dak coming back and how they play well with Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush went 5-1 as the backup quarterback. You can't ask for anything more than that from a backup quarterback.
Yeah,
But
that's what I was saying. I was telling my dad this. I said the Eagles game, but I was like, okay, we're gonna need Cooper Rush to be just a little bit more than Cooper Rush, and well, the real Cooper Rush came out, but he had two drives. The two drives we scored the touchdowns. He looked like the Cooper Rush in the past couple weeks.
when
But you can't
watching
expect the backup. He did what a backup is supposed to do.
when
He
watching
did
this
what he's
game,
supposed to do.
I was always thinking this about the Cowboys because how elite their defense is. But as a quarterback on the Cowboys, all you gotta do is not lose them the game.
Yeah,
Cooper Rush lost them that game. Dak
he did.
Prescott, all he has to do is not lose games. Cooper
But he's
Rush
a
threw
starting quarterback. What?
Cooper Rush threw two touchdowns that led off for 7 points each time, so 14. And what was the score? But if Cooper Rush didn't throw those two picks, y'all would have been in the game
He
against an
threw three
undefeated team.
picks. He threw three. Chauncey Gardner caught two, and Darius
Darius.
Slay jumped one.
Imagine if he doesn't do that. He threw the game away. All Dak
He did,
Prescott has to
yeah.
do, and the Cowboys are in games, is not throw it away. Now, if
Yeah.
he's a top 10 quarterback and elevates this offense to another level, Cowboys could only get better from where they are right now. I like how
And
well
and we have the third easiest schedule for the rest of the year, I
the
believe.
whole NFC East
So
got an easy schedule this year. That's why we got the
yeah.
Cowboys, Giants, and Eagles doing so good. I'm not gonna be.
Well, I feel like the reason I feel like the reason that we have the easiest schedule is because of our division games. It's because the in division games. That's why they say we have the easiest schedule
Yeah, but we
because
also
they
played
they
a.
figured they figured that we would not that our division would the best team would be 9-7. That's what they figured, but we're the best team. We're the best division in football right now. So I mean, clap it up to everybody. We're all the best division. We're the best division in
We
football.
also got
Um,
the
huh?
Packers division. We played a Packers division, which
Yeah.
has been it's. We got the Bears and who else is the
Bears,
it's
Lions.
Bears and Lions. That's
The
kind of
Vikings is gonna be a good game for the Cowboys. The Packers is gonna be a good game for the Cowboys, but Aaron Rodgers don't have no weapons, so
yeah, yeah,
like we're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
win that
It's
game too.
I forgot what
We
other
can talk about
division
these
we
games when
play.
they come. Because I don't want to speak too far in the future because I don't know.
Yeah,
So I got the Cowboys. You got the Cowboys. Giants and Jaguars.
who you got?
You go. I got the Giants, man. I gotta be real.
You got the Giants.
I'm praying for an upset. I'm praying to God for an upset.
Hey, the streak
But
ends.
sometimes but you just have to be realistic. I feel like the Giants, they're better than Jacksonville. Even though I had Jacksonville winning the division, winning that AFC South because the AFC South is so bad. Uh, you know what? Fuck that. Fuck being realistic. I got the Jaguars, bro. I'm taking Jacksonville. There's no way in hell I'm rooting for the Giants. No fucking way. I got Jacksonville, bro. Give me Jacksonville.
Hey, give me the Giants, man, cause
I feel like Trevor Lawrence, he can, because y'all, Trevor Lawrence can have a solid day against y'all's defense, and y'all's run defense is really not that great. And James Robinson is a good running back,
ooh.
and Travis Etienne is a good running back. So give me Jacksonville, man. Give me Jacksonville with the upset.
Oh, you just came out of nowhere with that one. Hold on. All right, so Don Martindale as a DC, his mind against Trevor Lawrence, who is still a younger quarterback, he's been playing great. He's been playing really good. But I feel like Don could just confuse the hell out of Trevor Lawrence. Like last game against the Ravens, Don did some crazy blitz. He had three people lined behind Dexter Lawrence. Does that make sense? All right, so
Yeah,
Kayvon Thibodeau and Aziz Ojulari, I believe, were. All right, you know how there's five people on the defensive line?
yeah,
All right, the two that are in the interior right here, he put them behind Dexter Lawrence.
yeah.
And
I know what you're saying. I know what
they
you're
all
saying.
just ran at the left side at once and just, bruh, they got to Lamar. Lamar didn't know what to do. And just seeing stuff like that, like being creative as a coach, bro,
But
I talk
I get
about
that.
this.
What I was saying, but y'all, but listen, these are y'all defensive numbers on defense. Now while y'all are seventh in points per game, that's good. Can't lie about that. When it comes to y'all's rush defense, which I said wasn't good, y'all are last in rush yards per play. Y'all are 28th in rushing yards per game. But now while y'all don't give up very many rushing touchdowns, the rushing yards a game and rush yards per play is very bad because Jacksonville is let me check just so I don't say nothing stupid.
Jacksonville's a
Let's
good team,
see.
but
Hold on.
I think we're gonna kill all that Jacksonville momentum. Even though it's been
Nah,
dying off a little bit, I think now we kill it.
nah. You can't kill it because they have Doug Peterson. They still have Doug Peterson as
Who's your coach of the year so far?
and Doug Peterson. Who's my coach of the Nick Sirianni? Without a
Uh,
doubt.
all right,
Or Brian Dayball. Either one. But like I was saying, Jacksonville, all of their rushing statistics are top 12. And y'all have the worst rush defense in the league.
hey,
And their rush defense is pretty good. It's top. Most of their rush statistics is top 3. So that's what I'm saying. Y'all's strength is running. Their strength is run defense. Y'all's weakness is run defense, and their strength is run defense. Is run offense. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see how what happens.
hey, we just went off grit, man. Hey, Daniel Bellinger was our leading receiver last week with 33 total yards. Saquon had 87 yards and a touchdown, and we ended up winning with 24 points. We just got that grit, man. Hey, start looking at the stats and look at the win columns, man.
I
Cause
get that, but
we
I'm
gonna be
going
6-1.
Jacksonville because I just feel like their run defense is gonna do y'all run defense.
We're gonna
Do
be
y'all
six
run
and
defense
one.
dirty, because I just gave you the numbers. So
We're gonna be
all
six
right,
and one
man.
this time next week. That's all I
Y'all
know.
gonna be 5-2. Y'all gonna be 5-2 next week. We're gonna have the same record. We're gonna be second in the division. Packers versus Commanders. This is easy, and this is not even worth a discussion, or at least it shouldn't be. I'm going Packers. The Commanders are one of the bottom 5 teams in football. Carson Wentz is not playing because he has a broken finger. So this is Sam Howell's time to shine, and I don't think he'll do good. The Packers' pass defense, the
Taylor
pass
Heineke.
rush is crazy with Rashawn Gary coming off the edge. Yeah, give me Packers. There's not too much to talk about.
They got. I think. You said Sam Howell. It's gonna be Taylor Heineke who gets to start.
Taylor Heineke's getting the start.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, just give me the Packers, man. And I don't even
Yeah,
feel good about that, bro. The Packers been shitty,
Well, it's because they don't have no offense. They don't have any
bro.
offensive weapons. But, bro, it's the Commanders. There's
I
not much
know.
to talk about,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah. I got the
the
Packers,
Packers,
bro.
bro. Let's just keep going.
Yeah.
There's not much to talk about this game, bro.
All right,
There's
now
really nothing to talk about.
we got the Colts versus the Tennessee Titans. Who you got with that?
I feel like it's a crime. This is a crime to have the Colts and Titans playing again this early.
They already had the Colts and Jaguars play both their games, which is
The Colts, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hold on. Hold on.
Colts Titans is actually a good one. I ended up going with the Colts. I honestly I can't give you a reason. This was the hardest game of the
They're
week
playing
to me.
twice in the same month in the span of 2 weeks.
Yeah, this was the hardest game of the. This was the
Like,
hardest game for me because
give
wait,
me
is
it.
Jonathan Taylor playing?
How much? My bad. My bad. I'll let you get off. We'll get your stuff off.
Yeah, this is the hardest game for me to decide so far this week, and throughout the week it was. I know this is a divisional game. This game could really come down to who wins the division because both of these teams aren't that strong, and neither are they that weak. They're gonna both finish like 9-7. So
Yeah.
I just need to see, is Jonathan Taylor playing this week? It looks like he will. Even if Jonathan Taylor's out though, I got the Colts. They were just snapping on the Jaguars last week. Was it the Jaguars they played? Yeah, but
Yeah.
the Colts just looked way better last week than they did weeks prior. It looks like they finally found their rhythm. I don't know what took so long. I don't know, a veteran quarterback like Matt Ryan, you should do that quicker. But yeah, you came to it. Titans, I don't I don't like anything on them but Derrick Henry. Like I don't like nothing on the Titans but Derrick Henry.
Well, they don't
So
have much. They don't have much.
they let AJ Brown
Uh,
go. They paid Ryan
uh,
Tannehill.
Give me the Titans, bro, because of Derrick Henry. I feel like the Colts' run defense is not good, and the Titans have Derrick Henry, who is arguably still a top 10 running back in this league. You know, even though
Top
his
five.
production has declined because of the fact that he's getting up there in age and injuries. But I still feel like the Titans, they're still just better than the Colts. Did they win the first game? Let me
Um,
check.
I think the Colts.
Yeah, the Titans won. So give me the Titans again because they'll be at home.
If
So
Titans two old this series, they in the playoffs.
I don't know because they can still always lose a lot of games. You can go 6-0 in division and
Those are only six
still
wins.
still miss the playoffs.
Yeah,
So
yeah, but I feel like if the Titans win this game, it's gonna be real hard for them not to win the division.
yeah, I can see that. I can see that. Or it's gonna come down to like a tiebreaker scenario, or we'll see. I don't know. I got the Titans winning this game though. Texans Raiders. This is the reason why I can't watch the Cowboys game. I hate the Texans, bro. I hate living near Houston. Uh, because of that right there. The Raiders is the easy choice. It's the obvious answer because the Texans just aren't good. And like I said, with some of the other games that we just this it's not much to talk about. The
Yes,
Raiders, I feel like Derek Carr and Devontae are getting back on track, are getting on track with each other because they were never there at first. They never fell off because they were never there. But they're getting on track. And the Texans secondary is Derek Stingley, who is a rookie, is their best player in the secondary, and he's probably gonna. I'm not gonna. He might not travel, but he's gonna have to guard Devontae, and Devontae, I feel like he's gonna cook him. So that just give me the Raiders. I just don't think there's much to say. Just give me the Raiders.
yeah. I'm also gonna go with the Raiders. I they're what are they right now? 1-4, 1-5. There's no reason for me to pick them, but I don't see them as a 1-5 team. I don't see them being 1-5 next week. I think they're 1-4 right now. I don't see them being 1-5 next week. That's just what it comes down to. If they lose this game, blow up the season, bro.
They're
Like
1-4.
they're 1-4. Yeah, if they're 1-5 at the end of this week, they're done. They're damn near done right now.
Yeah, they're done right now because
Yeah,
the
they done
Chiefs are
right now. But
4-1.
one and
The
five,
Chargers are the Chiefs and Chargers are pretty much running that division. Chargers are 4-2, and the Chiefs are 4-1. So, or are the Chiefs 4-2 as well? I believe both teams are 4-2. I'm tweaking. Yeah, both teams they're tied at 4-2. What the fuck am I talking about? So the Raiders and Broncos are pretty much dead in the division. So yeah, that's why There's not much to talk about in that game.
You talking about the Raiders and the Broncos being dead in the division as of right now. Let's talk about the Jets Broncos game because I got the Jets winning this one. I don't got the Broncos doing nothing, man. I don't trust the Broncos for nothing, bro. I'm picking against them for damn near the rest of the season, bro.
Yeah, me too. It's a shame how everybody hyped up the Broncos, and they had just let everybody that hyped them up down. It's a mix. It's a mix of Russ not being great anymore, and him like being phased out. He's still he has potential to be a top 15 quarterback, but he's just not playing at that level right now. And the Jets are just playing really great. Zach Wilson's back. He's playing really good. Their run game, they had 5 touchdowns against they had 5 touchdowns against the Dolphins.
Yeah,
Rushing touchdowns.
yeah.
Brees Hall, one of my Rookie of the Year candidates. I think him and Damian Pierce are leading the Offensive Rookie of the Year race through week 6. So, and the Jets defense, Robert Saleh is a defensive minded coach. So with a defensive minded coach, normally that his team, that their defense is going to be pretty good. So the Jets defense is playing surprisingly well.
Sauce Gardner, man. I think Cortland Sutton is not getting him his.
Wait, reset that because I had to stand up real quick. Say that again.
You talking about the Jets defense? I think a lot of that comes to Sauce Gardner. Cortland Sutton is not getting his next week. Like, I'm sorry. Like, Cortland Sutton he's one of the better receivers in the NFL, but he's not getting it. Bro. Sauce Gardner's gonna lock him up. And Sauce has been a top 5 corner so far this season, which is insane to say it for a rookie.
Top 5 is strong. Yeah, he's been up there.
Bro.
But he's only a rookie, so I can't give him
my best corner so far this year has been Pat Surtain. So, like, list is changing a lot, bro. My list has changed a lot. Like, it used to be Ramsey, Zaire. It changed, bro. I'm just say that it changed.
Yeah, I mean, I have to get my list together because I have to put together the numbers. But Sauce, he is playing like one of the top cornerbacks. But we already do that though.
Yeah, but it's just still
one of the cornerbacks in the NFL. Even though he's
every week he plays until next season, I'm gonna be like, wow, because I don't watch college football. I'm just seeing a random coming in that league, and I'm like, yo, who is this, bro? Why is Tyreek Hill not getting open? When I was watching the Broncos Chargers game on Monday, I'm watching like, yo, where's Mike Williams? Oh, Mike Williams is gone. Like, we looking for Mike Williams, and I see number 2 coming running from the other side of the field. I'm like, don't even look at Mike Williams, bro. He locked up, bro. He in prison.
I mean, that he's one of the biggest pieces as to why that Jets defense is playing so well, and the Broncos offense is not playing great at all.
Yeah.
So give me the Jets. I know you got the Jets too. 49ers and Chiefs. Give me Kansas City. 49ers, they lost to Atlanta. Nobody expected that. In Kansas City, they lost.
The 49ers have been getting killed with injuries, though. Like, they injury report. The 49ers have been getting killed with injuries, bro.
Yeah, I understand that. And that's why I'm picking the Chiefs.
Yeah. I don't even feel like we got to talk about this too much.
What?
I don't even feel like we got to talk about this one too much. 49ers filled with injuries. We got the Chiefs on them.
Yeah. Chiefs being one of the top 5 teams in the league. 49ers were one of the top 5 teams in the league. I know, especially defensively. I had high hopes I hate the 49ers, but I had high hopes for them because, I thought that Trey Lance would pan out, but we know he got hurt. So there's not really much, we can say about it. I got the Chiefs. The Chiefs are winning this game. So, and the 49ers, I just hope that they can recover from all those injuries because that's unfortunate. Seahawks and Chargers. This will be a good game.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to have a lot of scoring in it.
I have the Seahawks winning this game. Because if you look at the way the Chargers played Monday against the Broncos, offensively and defensively. There might not have been a lot of points scored, but defensively, I don't think they looked that great. Offensively, they looked probably even worse. And the Seahawks, we know that the Seahawks can put up points. Geno Smith he's playing really, really good. He's a really good quarterback this year. And Justin Herbert, I don't know if he's fully recovered from his ribs. He still looks a little hurt to me. So, you just give me Seattle.
I'm surprised with that pick, to be honest, but it's not the craziest pick because I sat and thought about the game for like I sat there not that long, but I had to think. I got the Chargers coming out, but I'll also like to talk about one of the most disappointing players so far from free agency. You could guess J.C. Jackson. He hasn't.
Yeah.
Stay away from those Coach Belichick corners, bro, because there is two random Patriots corners looking like top 10 safeties, top 10 corners right now. Bro, we gotta all you teams stay away from any corner that Bill Belichick doesn't want to pay, bro. He sees something clearly because
he hasn't panned out. He's not working right now. I don't know what it is. Is it the system? Is it him?
Hey, Bill Belichick knows.
Yeah, hey. Bill Belichick knows what he's talking about. He knows his stuff.
I don't know. Hey, I don't know what he see, but like the fact that like JC's just been like disappointing, bro. Like he hasn't been the best corner on that team.
Asante Samuel.
Yeah, Asante Samuel.
I wish the Cowboys would have drafted him over Kelvin Joseph. Kelvin Joseph is not even. He doesn't really get PT like that. Yeah. So I like Asante Samuel coming out of Florida State. He's probably the best cornerback on the team. J.C. Jackson is disappointing.
He hasn't been absolutely terrible though. He hasn't been J.C. Jackson.
He's not the New England.
Yeah.
So with DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett is gonna tear that secondary apart. But aside from Derwin James.
I think they could get theirs. DK and Tyler Lockett will get theirs, but I don't think it's gonna be too crazy. I feel like both of them could have like 60, 70 yards, which is getting theirs. But I don't think 140 for a receiver could happen against the Chargers defense, or at least I hope not, because you paying Darren and JC a lot of money, bro. I hope that don't happen.
Yeah, I understand, but I feel like it can happen because it can happen any given Sunday, and especially that Chargers defense with how weak the secondary is. I don't know if Joey Bosa and Khalil Mack are playing.
Khalil Mack is playing, and Khalil Mack has been Khalil Mack. Let me tell you that Khalil Mack has been him.
Well, I've been really tracking the Chargers.
Yeah.
Give me the Seahawks. I just feel like that secondary is not that great, and the Seahawks defense can hold its own against the Chargers offense because the Chargers offense ain't playing all that well either. See, Steelers versus Dolphins.
Hey, Tua back, man, and you already know. I think I'd rather have Tua than Russell Wilson, so I'm going with the Dolphins.
Yeah, give me Miami as well. Because the Steelers defense, I get they're coming off a win against Tom Brady and the Bucs, but Tom Brady and the Bucs aren't looking great. Sheesh, they're still winning that division though, but they might go 9-8, 10-7. Give me the Dolphins because I feel like Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle.
Too much.
They do what they do. They do what they do, man. And I don't feel like the Steelers defense can keep up.
Hey.
Be able to keep up. They had T.J. Watt. That'd be a different story because T.J. Watt literally runs that defense. He is the motor behind that defense.
Those
and
past.
When you don't have T.J. Watt, you don't have really much.
These past 2 weeks without Tua, Jalen Waddle has looked like he's used to Tua. Like he's been looking like Tua's a great quarterback. I'm just gonna say that Jalen Waddle hasn't been.
That's what happens when you have one of the fastest, one of the most explosive wide receivers in the league. You're gonna look like a good quarterback.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying Jalen Waddle performances has gone down without Tua because Tua has that connection with him, and Tua is he's actually a good quarterback, bro. I understand Tua. Tua isn't him. Tua isn't him. I just picked Tua over Russell Wilson because I know Russell Wilson is washed. But
last week, Teddy Bridgewater had 329, 2 touchdowns, 2 picks, and Tyreek Hill had 12 catches for 177. Jalen Waddle had 6 catches for 129. So it looked like
nah, you gotta be last week.
Huh?
Last
Yeah,
week.
they played the Vikings. Yeah, they played the Vikings last week. I'm looking at it right here.
Hold on, bro. Like, what do I know? I clearly know nothing. Bro, these games was a while ago.
What do you mean?
It's like these games was on Sunday and it's Wednesday now. It wasn't that long ago, but it's like, yo, I'm thinking about.
It feels like it.
Yeah, bro, whatever. Hey, I'm done talking. I said Jalen Waddle has slowed down. He after a 130-yard game. What am I even? Right. Last game, bro. Bears were.
I get what you're saying. The game before last, he didn't look that great. He slowed down from that game, but that was also the
Skyler
Bridgewater with a concussion too.
Yeah,
Bridgewater also he went down with a concussion, and Skylar Thompson had to step in, and as a rookie, a 5th round rookie, you know, he's not expected to do much.
Yeah, clearly I'm just chatting, bro. Hey, let's get to the Patriots versus the Bears. I got the Bears. I got the Bears getting shut out.
Oh, okay.
Like they finna score 0 this week.
I agree 0 points because if you see what the Patriots did to the Lions and you see what they did to the Browns last week, both the Browns and the Lions have top defenses. The Patriots just shut them out. And top offenses, I mean.
Okay.
The Patriots just shut them down and held the Browns to 15 points and held the Lions to 0. So, and the Bears' offense is not even close to what the Browns or Lions' offense is. And Bailey Zappi looks real good. He looks good, man.
Hey.
See, people want to start a QB controversy in Dallas.
Hey.
Y'all need to head up to New England and see if they got a controversy up there. Because Bailey Zappi.
I know you remember 3-4 weeks ago, me and Shock talk about Bailey Zappi, man, the next Tom Brady.
Don't give him that title.
Hey, the next Tom Brady in New England. That's crazy, man.
Next Tom Brady is nuts. Don't say that. But he does look good. He has looked good these past 2 weeks. So, and their defense looks spectacular as well. There's not much I can say. I hope Justin Fields is stretching because he's going to be running for his life. And I hope Darnell Mooney can, I just want someone to I was really high on Justin Fields coming out of the draft, and I feel like if he went to, if he would have got drafted by San Francisco, they'd be so much more. They would be good. They would be better.
I like Justin Fields a lot too. I
just hate that he went to the Bears because I knew the Bears were gonna ruin him.
Yeah, I kind of wanted the Giants to take him at that moment, to be honest. But
I wish y'all did because with the person y'all traded for, y'all traded down to 20, but Kadarius Toney's not really doing much. He can't stay on the field. Send him to Dallas.
Bro, I seen he was on the trading block. It's a lot of players on the trading block right now. I'm gonna name off some of the big ones before we end off this episode. We have Christian McCaffrey. Hold on. It was a bunch of players on the trading block, and I was like, okay. Hey, the Goat House NFL. Hey, this man is the most active. Bro, this man be going crazy. We got Kadarius Toney, Robert Quinn, which is actually a good one. Mike Gesicki, Roquan Smith, Christian McCaffrey, David Montgomery, the Bears running back, Antonio Gibson, Cam Akers. I saw that was a big one. Chase Claypool. We got some players on the block, and we also got players like Odell in free agency. We're gonna see a lot of these teams who have playoff aspirations build on these moves, and we seen like the Chiefs. They just cleared up cap space last week. They got to move that. up their pocket. A lot of these teams, we're gonna see the final versions of them. Hopefully, if no injuries happen. But yeah, that'll be it for the.
I think by week 8, we'll see teams and we'll know what they are. We'll see a team and be like, oh, they're a playoff team.
We'll see some teams and know who they are.
They're a top 5 draft pick team.
Yeah, a lot of teams. Not every team, but by week 8, week 9, you'll know who a lot of these teams are. Not every single one, because like I'm gonna be real. Week 8, week 9, I'm gonna still not know who the Giants are.
I know who the Giants are. Y'all are a good team. They can't beat the Cowboys. So.
We gonna see
14-2. Y'all go 15-2. Y'all's 2 losses are gonna be versus the Cowboys.
It is man a comedian, bro. Like I'm kind of upset that our 1 loss is against the Cowboys because that's a very winnable game. Could have easily won.
Bro, no, y'all couldn't have. There was not a doubt in my mind that we were not going to win that game. Right. I didn't have a single doubt that we would. There was not a time at any given point in that game where I was like, oh shit, we could lose this game. Never.
I'm talking about before the game, though.
I said that.
Yeah, that was disappointing. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Hey, you seen Kayvon Thibodeau strip sack last week?
Michael Parsons better.
Bro, hey. Saquon better than Zeke. Yeah, I can easily say that, but hey, that boy.
I don't care about that.
and Evan Neal.
Supposed to do. That's his job. He's a pass rusher. His job. It's his first sack. Bro, why is he? That's his first fucking
to win the game though.
Let me make sure that's his first sack before.
Nah, it probably was, bro. I don't feel like he been getting back there, bro. I think it was his first sack.
That's his first sack.
And his first fumble. And his first forced fumble. Don't forget to say that.
Get on Michael Parsons' level. Anyway.
Hey, but I hope that boosts his confidence when he's pass rushing or something now because yeah, he hasn't been that great so far, but he just came off an injury, so I ain't gonna do too much about it.
I'm not. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but still, he's a giant. I can't give him no credit. I don't give nobody NFC credit. Fuck all y'all. Anyways,
Evan Neal also been looking kind of. Bro, I've been liking this Giants team, bro.
They're rookies, man. This is their first year. They're rookies. Give them some time.
Yeah. That's why I said kind of.
They're not gonna produce off the rip.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Like kind of, like he ain't been great. They ain't been great, but exactly, I'm giving them their time.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do, man. All right, everybody, man. That is gonna be the end of another amazing, spectacular episode of the Up the Score Show. Man. A good episode. We had NBA, NFL, just talking sports, doing what we love, man. All right, y'all. If y'all want, like I said in the middle of the break, if y'all want to keep up with our social media, it is up on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
And it's below the screen, so you can't say you ain't see it. It's right there.
Yeah.
Right there.
It's literally right there. Like we're going to be posting TikToks real soon. We're gonna get more active on our social media pages. So thank y'all for watching another episode of the Up the Score Show. I am Micah. That is my co-host Mar, and y'all have a wonderful rest of y'all's day.